What, are we recording?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh. Excuse me? Please watch the language. Hey guys, it is Wednesday, April 20th.
420. 420.
Get on your phone.
420. 420.
And it is currently 5:05. And for those of you guys who don't know, this is my best friend, Dom.
Hey guys, I'm his best friend, his only friend, Dom.
And today we're going to be talking about friendships. Okay, so basically, how this video came about is that he messaged me about the vlog, actually yesterday's vlog, and he told me that he liked the inspirational talks about
Yes,
persistence and such. So I told him, hey, you should help me out with one, and he came over, and now we decided to talk about friendships and 5 qualities to maintaining a good friendship and being a good friend.
5.
Quality number 1, communication. The thing with communication is that you actually have to communicate your thought, not like random things. If you feel one way about one thing and you disagree with them, you can't just agree with them because they're your friend. You need to communicate what you're actually feeling in order to get somewhere with what you want to do.
I think a really good example for communication is when you can't communicate. Like let's say you're texting with a buddy of yours or a friend or anyone, and let's say like you stop texting, or you know you have to go somewhere. Just like goes with every relationship. It's just friendships are not so like, you know, love based, but it's just having that connection with someone else that you think is important.
I think with communication, specifically in that instance, like there's a line where you're like wondering what they're doing, you know, just wondering like, oh, how are you doing? It's really playing with that line that you can either deepen your friendships or you just like completely ruin them. Because like either seem as you're like clingy or you seem as, you know, you don't care.
I think one good example was when when me and JJ started becoming friends. It was like the honeymoon phase. I think that's how we could describe it. It's kind of like the honeymoon phase where we always text, we always FaceTime, we always call. Like this stuff was scheduled.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh no, it's 6 o'clock. I guess I got to FaceTime JJ.
Yeah.
You know, it was at that point, and that was like around last year. But you know, as time goes on and you know friendships start getting stronger, it's not more about communicating every day, but it's more about just checking up on them, being for them at the points in their life when they're not doing okay. You know what I'm saying? Because you always want to keep that space. Because we're all like, we all try being independent. You know, friends are there to lean on at times when you know you're struggling, or just any time. You know, but it's just not something that should be taken for granted. Communication.
Communication, it's important.
This is going on YouTube. Tip number 2. Quality over quantity. I learned this through my friendships. When I was a freshman in high school, I wanted to have as much friends as possible. I didn't care who they were, and to do this I was kind of misleading myself because I would put myself in position where I wasn't really honest in with the friends I made. I'm sorry about that. Like I would do anything just to have a friend, and I would disregard the qualities that they have, and I would jeopardize mine as well. You know, there's that thing where your 5 best friends are the 5 people that you hang out with most define you. And for me that was a struggle because I had so many friends, but I couldn't really find a solid group of people, or just like one person that I could call myself or call them true friends. You know, people that'll be there for you in times when you're down. People will be there for you when you're on top of your game and you're having like the best time of your life. You don't really start knowing that until you actually start being honest with yourself, you know? And that just, even though if you don't have that many friends, it just goes to show like there's still people there in your life that care about you and will be honest and accept you for who you are, and those are the friends that you should be with. Quality friends, quality friendships.
And me as a high schooler, looking back at it in like freshman, sophomore, and even like middle school, I was basically the opposite of him. Like I didn't have that many friends, and I had this group that I was in, which had my best friends in it, and I kind of recognized as the time progressed that these people that I wasn't associated with, like in the group, they kind of started falling apart from the group, and that the people that the people that I were close to, they stayed, and those were the best friends that I've stuck with throughout high school, like Mikey, and then I spoke to Ryan, and even this dude. Like,
shout out to this dude. I like what you were talking about when you were talking about high school specifically, because I know one thing that a bunch of people bring up is like, oh, the friends I have now are way smaller than the friends I had freshman year. And you see this drastic change on how many friends you're with, because I think just like maybe in my own life or maybe like someone else's, it's just finding out who you are every year, because there's so many things you're going to learn about yourself in life. And I think that after a while you start noticing things about your friends and about other people as well, because I mean, I personally, for me, I do not have the same type of friends that I had freshman year. Like, it's completely flipped. If anything, I kept like a couple, but like right now it's totally different what I had freshman year. And it's not necessarily like a good thing or a bad thing, but it just kind of shows growth in myself and in just the people you choose with. And I think it's a good thing that you kind of have a small unit, because it shows that you kind of know yourself after, you know, testing the waters freshman year, and you kind of weed them out sophomore year and junior year, and here you are senior year, and you can do this in like 1 year. It just took me a while.
Yeah.
It just took us a while.
Wait, so that was the importance of quality
over
versus
quantity.
It's quality number 3. Each friendship is different.
Yes.
I think the easiest trap to fall into with your different friends is treating your friends the same way, when each friend definitely has their own wants and needs in a friendship. I think it's important to treat your friends differently, because that's when you really recognize which friends... Shit.
Okay, I know where you're going. I see
where you're going. I mean, like, not each person, or every person isn't the same person, and it's getting to know these friends on a more personal level through recognizing what they want and recognizing what they need, and just recognizing them as a person and what they like to do. It really helps you to strengthen those bonds that you have with one another. Like, for Dom and I, we got to know each other through church and youth group. We opened up and we recognized what we liked. Like, we realized that we like the same kind of music. We realized that we both like to be active, so we started working out together, and
which he doesn't do anymore. Which he doesn't do. No, you don't.
I don't do it as often. Like, I don't go to the gym anymore, but I have like weights upstairs, brah.
Okay, alright. I think the beauty in treating each friendship differently is because, for example, like what JJ mentioned, like how we connected on like music, we connected on, you know, wanting to work out. We just connected in like improving ourselves. I think that helped me figure out more about myself as a person through the qualities and like the things that we share specifically. It like help us grow.
You're gonna have like a bunch of friendships, right? And these friendships, like, you can pull specific things from different friendships and bring them into one of your other friendships. Like, for me, getting to know Dom, like, he's the really like open person, and he knows how to keep conversations for like hours, and I really like that about him.
Thank you.
But
I still don't have a girlfriend.
He's pretty close though.
I'm not close.
Yeah, he's pretty close.
Shout out to the people who curved me. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna. It's not going on there. I have $5. That's not going on there.
That's the easiest $5 I ever made. So I took what he would use for me in terms of like keeping conversation and just keeping the conversation interesting, and I kind of started using them on other people, and for that, like, I can owe so many of my friendships and so many of my well-kept conversations to the way that he spoke to me. So we literally learned about ourselves and about each other through recognizing that each friendship is different.
Tip number 4.
Four.
Quattro. Sa dalawa, tatlo.
Quatre. That's French.
That's French. I don't know French, but because of
I don't know
diversity.
Spanish. JK. Cuatro.
Hola. Friendships are a two-way street. It's a give and take type of deal. It shouldn't be just like, what do you want every day? You know, just like any relationship, it should be equal. Like, for example, like JJ, he really loves to vlog, and I don't have a vlog, and so today, not yet. No, I'm not. That's to be announced.
It's gonna happen. Just watch.
It's to be announced. And so today I was like, hey, you know what? I want to help JJ with his vlog, you know, and I think that's the two-way street deal where it's just wanting the good of another person. I think that if you have that mentality of just wanting what's best for someone, specifically your friend, then you don't even have to worry about the give and take because you're doing it all for the good of another person. And hopefully they will do the same, right?
I think the two-way street is important because the idea of what you put in is how much you get out.
I learned that in math, I think. Input and output.
I think the importance of putting in, or getting what you put in, is that if you choose to open yourself up to that person, then they'll open up to you. And that is really the key of that's really the key of strengthening your bonds with a person. Like, it could be anyone, like not just a friendship, like a family member and like a girlfriend. That being said, when you open up to someone, you need to make sure that you can trust that person with what you open up about, you know what I mean? Like, if it's something that you've been addicted to, or if it's something that you're struggling with, or something that happened, you don't want a person to be throwing that information around and creating rumors and stuff. Especially in high school, like, I found that the people that they associate themselves with and the people that they tell this information to, they just aren't the right people, and then as a result they start feeling worse than they did in the first place, and that just adds another problem. So you just need to be careful about who you're expressing this information with, and that will help maintain and strengthen your relationships.
And this is why friendships are a two-way street.
Two-way street.
Two-way street. Oh, is
Two-way
it
street.
Two-way street?
Yeah.
Two ways, not one. Two.
And last but not least, quality number 5. Don't be fake. It is the most important thing when maintaining a friendship, because it is the foundation of maintaining a friendship and even creating new bonds with different people. That was his idea.
That was my
Cred.
idea. I whispered it to him.
Cred.
For someone like me, who's been a fake, I admit it.
Dang.
I admit it.
Look
I was a
that.
fake. I was a fake. I very well could still be a fake. Am I fake?
No.
Thanks.
Just a little bit.
Okay. Well, starting off my freshman year, I keep on referring back to my previous high school days.
It's okay. It's good
I
because
was-
you've changed.
I have changed.
For the
Maybe
better.
For the better. I was so, what do you call it? Obsessed. I was so obsessed with making friends to the point where I didn't even show my true side of who I was. And I jeopardized who I was as a person just to make these friends who I didn't even know if they liked me for who I am.
For who you are.
If you are fake, how do you know that someone will like you for who you are as a person
Exactly.
when you're putting up a front every day? I just felt so depressed because I couldn't show a true side of myself that I was wanting to show, but I was too scared because I didn't think they would accept me. And that was because they had totally different qualities and morals that I had. And it helped me grow as a person because I finally realized, you know, the stuff that I love, the stuff that I like to do, you know, what my faults were, what my qualities were. And it helped me realize, hey, these are the things I can work on, and I can actually maintain a friendship with someone else because I'm not hiding behind anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you guys enjoyed the video, thank you, Dom, for coming over and helping me out with this video.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Do you have any last closing statements?
No, I'm really happy to do this. I've had projects in English class where we have to post videos on YouTube.
I'll link
but
those in the description.
Don't do that. No, thank you. But I've never actually taken the time to communicate with people, like with actually talking to a camera. And this is gonna go up on social media with all JJ's subscribers, his extensive subscribers to watch.
It'll grow, just watch.
But I'm really happy to do this, and hopefully I could be in more videos. That's up to JJ. I really like the whole idea of communicating with people and giving this type of advice from what we learned in our struggles, experiences, lives.
Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Till the next one.
Catch you guys later.